Hey guys, welcome to another video. This video is just going to be doing a warrior guide. I've not got much gear at the moment because I've only just come back, but I've been playing on Beach a lot as well, so I've got back to my standard on warrior, and I just want to show you a lot of stuff that you might not know. I mean, this is a kind of a basic guide, yet there'll still be a lot of decently advanced stuff in. But if you want to see the advanced guide, that should come out later on this week. So yeah, this is the guide. Alright, here we are in Stormwind, target dummies. Okay, let's see. First of all, I might show you macros that I've got. So I've got quite a lot. That's a hunter macro, don't have to bother with that. Aha, the banner macros. Basically what this does is it places down your banner and intervenes it. So it's a cast sequence macro, if you just want to copy that. And it's the same with the other two, just with different banners. So yeah, it just targets, it puts down your banner, targets your banner, intervenes it, and targets your last enemy. So it's pretty cool. So now that macro you don't have to use. I don't actually use it anymore because I've got it in my charge macro. But yeah, it's just cancels Hodge. Not Hodge, hand of protection. But this does it as well. Oh no, it doesn't actually cancel that, does it? Oh, I need to put it in then. Okay. Cancels Blade Storm, this charge as well. Just copy this charge macro. Okay. Oop. Good. Okay. There we go. So yeah, that's charge macro. Basically just, if you're in the air, it'll cancel your mount, cancel Blade Storm or hand of protection, charge, and not hamstring. So you don't have to really keybind hamstring anymore. Focus charge is pretty useful sometimes. I've got a focus macro, which I'll show you in a sec. So I focus that dummy. I can focus charge into a heroic leap, so I can use it as interrupts. Mouse over charge, you don't have to use it. It's just a bit of fun. Sometimes we may use it. Basically just deadly calm when you trinket, and I suppose if you're not, you might be able to put your racial in it. It's just they're both a minute cooldown now, so it's pretty useful to have them in a macro. Symbiosis, it's just in a macro because it means I don't have to put it on my line. Execute, it's quite a long one this. Basically it just stops you casting anything like your mount or whatever. I don't know what you might need to cast, but and it also cancels hand of protection, cancels Blade Storm, and it uses execute and slash start attack because you might not have enough rage because it's 30 rage. So if you auto attack it first, then you get the rage for it. Focus fear, basically fears your focus. Some of these aren't, you don't need them, but there's some that you do need. This is actually an old focus macro, I don't actually need that anymore. This is a better one. Focus mouse over. Basically, whatever you hover your mouse over, it'll focus. So I'll focus him. You can see my focus is changing. And if you not mouse over and anything, it'll unfocus. Okay. And throw it through macro, basically just use your throw and your throw, so you don't have to have throw on your line anymore. Oh, this is just a mount macro. I suppose you might be useful for you if you only want one keybind as a mount. Basically, if you're in a BG and you can't use a flying mount, it'll use your brown mount. But if you're in Stormwind or somewhere where you can fly, it'll use your flying mount. It's pretty useful. Heroic strikes, basically, if you've not got enough rage, you'll auto attack, and then it will cast heroic strike. Gives you the rage. Basically just targets any banner that you've got out, intervenes it, and targets your last enemy again. So basically just intervene any banner. So this is the friend intervene. Basically it helps you get out of roots if you're in a root. This, remember, it only gets you out of roots if you've got safeguard. Gets you out of roots, so basically if you're in an arena, you're rooted, just press this and it will target your nearest friend. It will intervene him and target your enemy again, so you can get out of the route pretty quickly. And this is just a focus intervene. I used to have a mouse over one, but I don't really use it anymore. Yeah, that's another mount one. This is, you don't really need, but it could be useful sometimes. Mortal Strike, Hurt Strike, basically. Pummel any arena to the closest arena target to you. So basically, yeah, basically the closest person to you in the arena will get interrupted. Mouse over pummel, just pummels whatever your mouse is hovering over. This macro is my favourite one. It's like kind of like the one-shot macro, but I just named it different. Yeah, it's basically just recklessness, avatar, deadly calm, skull banner, and if you an orc, it puts your racial on. You trinket, and if I've got a potion, I don't actually have any, then it will put them basically just all your damage cooldowns together. Every class should have some sort of macro like this. Shield wall is basically defensive macro. What it'll do is it'll quit my one-handed, shield wall, and rallying cry, and if you're a dwarf it'll put stone form, health stone, basically just every defensive. Slam, it's basically the same as Hurt Strike, just gives you an auto attack if you don't have enough rage. Spell Reflect puts my one-handed in shield and Spell Reflects. The reason I've got all sorts of different weapons is because two different characters have different weapons, so yeah, basically one-handed in shield, Spell Reflect with more macro. Stance macro basically just switches from battle stance to defensive stance, so I can have the same keybind for it. And Sweeping Strikes, basically, if you have Blade Storm, this is useful. Uses Sweeping Strikes, Blade Storm, and if you spam this, you can auto attack while Blade Storming, and it'll also auto attack other enemies if you got Sweeping Strikes. That's, I think, some of my macros. I don't think I use these ones anymore. These are like my old ones. Yeah, this one I like have on my line. It's just a Hellstone, but I can use that in my shield wall macro. Okay, I'll just quickly show you my talents. All these charge ones are viable, but I like Willbringer because you can get stun and it doesn't share diminishing returns with Shockwave. Second wind's basically kind of a no-brainer. Basically just heals 3% per second, but in the next patch it's going to be nerfed to 2%, but that's not stopping me. Warbringer's actually getting buffed, it's slowing them, so that's going to be pretty cool. In arenas I like Destructing Shout sometimes, because to destruct enemies casting if I don't have Pummel or Intimidating Shout. Yeah, so Staggering Shout's pretty cool because basically you can hamstring Staggering Shout and they're stuck there, while you can use Wreck or whatever you want to. Piercing Howl, I suppose it'll be okay if you're like against a rogue or something, but I don't. It costs more rage than hamstring, and basically you can't use both of them at once. You can either use hamstring or that, so I like hamstring. It's fine. Shockwave, 20-second cooldown is just so awesome. 4-second stun every 20 seconds, and it can hit pretty hard if you have Wreck up, or yeah, it can hit pretty hard if it crits. But it's gonna get massive nerf to 40-second cooldown, which I don't like. If you hit 3 targets or more though, it's 20-second, but you're never going to do that really, are you? Blade Storm just fun for BGs, so's Dragon Roar, but Shockwave's always going to be the one. I still think in the next patch I'm going to choose Shockwave as well. Safeguard, I either choose Mass Spell Reflection or Safeguard. This one's just a hanking type one. I like Safeguard now because I used to choose my Spell Reflection, but Safeguard's good to get out of roots, and it's good to like save your friend as well because it reduces their damage taken by 20%. And then, yeah, it's pretty cool. My Spell Reflection's also good if you want to choose that. Avatar I like because it gets you out of roots, and also you can use it in your one-shot macro to increase your damage down by 20%. Same cooldown as Skull Banner. I used to choose Stormbolt, but its diminishing return is with Shockwave, so yeah, the stun's not very much after you use Shockwave, so I like Avatar. I'm not sure about Bloodbath, but seems alright. I think all three of these are viable, but I'd recommend Avatar for my type of gameplay. Glyphs, I've gone for Colossus Smash Glyph. Reduces their armor even more because it adds a Sunder armor. I've had a Bull Rush.